Okay guys, so where's my keys? Oh my god, it is, what time is it? I'll just turn on.
It's Fanta Blue Raspberry.
What time is it? It's not gonna tell me the time, is it? It is April 30th and it is 11 o'clock. I've been here since like 9 o'clock. I just finished doing laundry and I'm so glad that I got that out the way, but I still have some things to do. I'm thinking to get my car washed, but right now it looks a little bit like it's gonna rain, so I don't think it makes any type of sense to do that. Yeah, it definitely looks like it's gonna rain. Excuse me. Right now I'm about to make a run because I need like a case of water. I'm completely out of water. I'm good on everything else, and I hope I don't go home only to realize that I don't have everything. But right now that's the only thing I think I need. So I'm gonna get me a case of water and then I'm gonna go home and see what I could get into. Unload the laundry, probably do a little bit of cleaning, and I think that's about it. Yes.
The professional way to do it is just chop it like super fast.
Okay. Yep. Leave it in the line. Okay guys, so it seems as though I'm like always in my kitchen these days. Don't get me wrong, I love to cook, but not for nothing, like doing these vlogs, it just shows me how much time I spend in the kitchen. Now today is kind of like bittersweet because my youngest child is ill. It is Saturday, and yesterday, Friday, she came home from school and she started to complain to me that she had like sort of a tummy ache. I didn't really think much of it. I just felt okay, maybe she had too much cereal, maybe it was too sugary, so I just, I kind of just decided to observe her a little bit. But things kind of took a turn, and she like started to throw up, and it was bad. Now, y'all know I'm here by myself, and I know this sounds kind of like immature, but I'm like scared of kids that are throwing up, okay? Like, I hate to throw up, and just to see someone throwing up and feeling ill, just, it really gets to me. A lot of people say it's because I'm like very empathetic, and I can see that because when someone else is not feeling well, I start to not feel well myself. So as I'm cooking this meal, I'm just not feeling well, even though I'm like healthy, like there's nothing wrong with me. But the fact to know that my child is sick, it makes me sick. So right now I'm just like in the kitchen, and I'm just cooking some chicken soup. I'm gonna give her some Pedialyte. Hopefully she will to keep it down, and hopefully when she wakes up from this nap that she's been taking for like a couple of hours now, hopefully she'll be up to drinking some soup. She loves chicken soup, and I'm glad she does, because let me tell you, I don't know why, but when I'm ill and I drink the soup, I feel so much better. It could be all in the mind, I don't know. But that's what's going on right now. We actually have a trip to Connecticut today. Okay, today's Saturday. We planned a little trip to go and see my grandmother, and I'm just not sure. She tells me she's feeling better. The throwing up has stopped, but I'm just not sure if I want to take her 3 hours away from her home and stuff like that. But we're gonna see. We're gonna just see how she feels. If she feels better, then in the next scene you'll see us going to Connecticut. So that's what's going on right now. With my luck, of course, this is what's going on. All right guys, so we'll talk in a bit. I'm gonna go ahead, cook this soup, and we'll talk.
Been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Hello. I'm actually waiting on my daughter to get off her school bus, so I just decided, let me give you a little update about how I'm feeling these days and whatnot. So it's been a couple of days since I came back from Connecticut. The trip was very nice. It was just relaxing, and it was just good seeing family and just airing out and just kind of taking my mind off things. Now, what I didn't tell you guys is that my husband actually came on the trip. I was not expecting that at all. I did let him know that I was considering taking the kids out of town, and he just kind of embedded himself, and I was like, okay, because I'm sure my kids would appreciate that, because we take a lot of trips to Connecticut because I have very close family members there, and we rarely go solo. Like, usually we go as a family, so it was very nice to do that. Now, I think I don't want to go into detail because this is where it's kind of private, but there has been some change of hearts. Okay, I don't want to give away too much because I'm really trying to keep this a little bit private, only because if I was in my husband's position, I would want this part to be very private, okay? But I can say that there has been a lot of change of heart. There has been some conversation going on, and you know, it seems as though my husband has been thinking a lot, and it seems as though he may see where he went wrong and how he handled things, and he may be looking at himself from a different angle. And I really do appreciate that, because that's all I've been asking for. Now, for me, I'm kind of like very fearful, and I'm being very, I'm trying to be very smart about what I'm doing here, because the last thing I want to do is make some quick emotional decision that may not be the right decision for my family right now. And while I would love to jump back into things and jump into a routine, I just know it's not the best for us. It's really not. Like I said, this is hard for me, but there is just so much to talk about. There's so much to discuss, and I just don't think we've done enough of that. I'm terrified that if we go back into the into our regular routine, we're just gonna end up back where we started, and I don't want to ever go through this again. I know a lot of people are very anti-reconciliation. I'm one of those people too. I feel like, listen, if you leave, you stay out there. There's nothing more important than my family, but I want a healthy situation. I'm prioritizing healthy situations, okay? So without going into too much, without saying anything much, I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, because going further, I really want to protect the integrity of my marriage while it's happening. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what's gonna happen from here. I don't know how we're gonna feel. I don't know. If it was up to me, my husband would have never even left. We would have just had a discussion about what's going on, and we would have just like carried on from there. It's unfortunate that it has to come to this, but I think me and my husband, we need to do a lot of work. We need to do a lot of work. There has never been any like thought in my mind that we don't love each other. I mean, I think it's very evident that we do, but we have to learn some healthy coping mechanisms. We really do. For me, it's my patience. Like, when the bullshit is going on, I lose my shit, because it's like, really at this point we're having these issues, and I go off. And I've said that since day one. I don't know why people on my channel miss that little part where I say, hey, when I'm upset, it's hard to get a word in. I'm just upset because a lot of the times when the incident is happening, it's so bad. And I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell y'all like what I've been through, but it's a lot, okay? And I'm at the point where I'm like ruminating about the bad things, right? I'm not at that point where I'm just thinking, oh my God, thinking about the good stuff. No, I'm not there. I'm still trying to protect myself, and I'm still very much in that frame of mind of what if there's a repeat of this. So as much as I would love to come on here and say, oh my God, guys, we're like good, we're gonna, you know, mend things, I'm not there. But I think things are moving in a positive direction because I see accountability, and I appreciate that so much. But, you know, as women, you know how we are. Is it real? Is it a situation where you're just pretending to hold yourself accountable? Like, what is it? I need to see action. I can't just listen. I can't just listen to your words. I have to see that backed up with some action. I'm at the point where I'm willing to walk away if it's not working for me. That's where I'm at. I'm sorry guys, but I don't know who the hell was talking, but it was so loud. But like I was saying, guys, for the first time, because of all the time that I've gotten to think while my husband wasn't here, I've gotten used to my routine. I've felt at peace. Like, I've been really enjoying just my lifestyle. Like, as much as I love being married, like it's nice just being by myself, you know? And, you know, not having that stress is beautiful. Just not having the arguments, not having to be concerned about what he's doing and what's going on and all that. It's very, it's very peaceful, and I'm enjoying it. And I just want to enjoy my peace for a little bit longer. You know, I could feel the calm. I could feel it. I really can. And I don't want that to be disrupted. So a lot more work has to be done before I can say, okay. I hope that's not giving away too much. Like I said, I'm trying to protect the integrity of our union, especially now that he's showing a bit of humility. I want to respect that because I like to encourage good behavior. And, you know, I just hope that it's understood, especially when it comes on to him. I hope he understands why I can't just jump back into a situation until the work has been done. We have to be adults about this. We're not teenagers that's all emotional and we're like, you know, because I've done that before and it doesn't work. But anyway, guys, that's that. If you are currently in a situation where you are you were left by your husband or a boyfriend or your wife, I hope that this will give you guys some hope that it doesn't matter how bad it is, things change, and there may always be that chance, that opportunity to talk about things, and things could get better than when you guys even started. But for now, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know I can't give a definite yes, let's jump back into things right now. Like I said, it's like 50-50 for me. If you're willing to do the work, I'm all ears. If you're not, I'm willing to walk away too. That's just how I see it. Okay guys, so that's that. I'll see y'all in the next upload. Every week, I told y'all it's gonna be something different. All right?